King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando and man my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? He capping.
Hey.
He know I stand on business. When no nigga ever in life. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business.
I don't feel like you stand on business.
Yeah.
Hit me and give me my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama and his grandmama is going to prison?
When word broke that King Harris, son of Atlanta rap icon T, might actually be bringing a baby into the world, the internet blew up with chaos shockwaves, memes, and non-stop jokes flying everywhere. And no, this isn't just some throwaway gossip. It's the freshest twist in a father-son circus that's been unraveling in front of cameras for years. This tale's got it all: family meltdowns, online rants, wannabe street wars, and now a baby dropped right into the drama.
Just became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters. I got a grandson on the way.
Wow.
King's about to have a son.
King's about to have a son. Congrats.
Yeah. And I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster of all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you, there will be an indictment in this young one.
Here's the wild part T, the king of blunt talk, didn't clap or celebrate like a proud dad. Nope. He practically told the world he doesn't even trust his own son with fatherhood, throwing shade that he might have to raise the baby himself. That's a brutal mic drop for any father to make, and it shows just how cracked and fragile their bond really is. But to get YT, is that cold? You gotta rewind. King's been strutting like he's on a mission, trying to convince everybody he's cut from the streets. Reality check? He was raised on mansions, private schools, and a lifestyle dipped in silver. Both parents are stacked with money, handing him chances most kids would kill for. Instead of living that dream, he's hell-bent on chasing an image that doesn't match his past. Rather than embracing privilege, King keeps doubling down on this fake hood legend role. He clashes with his dad in public, runs his mouth reckless on camera, and even landed himself behind bars not too long ago like he's trying to build street credit from scratch. It's the kind of act that makes fans roll their eyes, and it's exactly why T isn't.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes.
Or in your ear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got some in the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in your ear. Y'all want to go to the bando and man my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he said he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life.
Nigga, you did have a silver spoon.
Look, Sis used to have to come to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the
You
fight.
cried like a baby to go to your grandmama's house.
Every day.
You used to hold your breath
Every
and
day.
throw tantrums to go over there.
Neighborhood. I don't want to be in these gates. I want to be outside in the neighborhood. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand
No,
that.
I'm gonna tell you the reason why he want to be over there. Y'all ready? Cause he can suck and pacify over there till he was 12 years old. He was sucking pacify till he was 12 years old. He couldn't do that in the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
They trying to say I was over there trying to suck a passy, but they ain't gonna tell you everything like that. They trying to hide it.
Ain't nobody hiding that.
Sugarcoat it. He capping.
Hey.
You drop me in your hood, I stand on
I
business.
don't feel like you stand on business.
Yeah. I've been stood on business. I've been stood on business. You want to hide it for the world, I'm going to put it out there for them to see. I want to put up nowhere. You ain't had me put up nowhere. Like, you ain't had me behind a mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do. Like, what?
You was behind that till you cried.
No, I got too much to drink. I done drunk too much. drunk too much. Let's go. He'll get mad because we say the South ain't the suburbs. Then he want to talk about some other like this being sick. This being sick. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You over here flagging. You're capping. You capping. You capping. You capping. I know you. You capping. I know you. I know you.
Ain't no mystery about here.
I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking.
No, this ain't comedy, it's legend. One moment that still haunts King online is when T roasted him in public, reminding the world he grew up behind gated walls and clung to a pacifier until he was 12. That clapback alone turned into instant meme history. King's obsession with proving he's real has now become one of hip-hop's funniest contradictions. Fans even compare him to Tariq Stiti, Patrick from Power, a rich kid desperate to cosplay as a street boss. King Harris is the real-life Tariq Stiti. Patrick, one fan declared, and the internet ran wild with it. That viral take nailed the issue. Nobody could wrap their heads around why someone born into fame and fortune would gamble it all to play gangster. For a long stretch, this wannabe thug storyline became King's entire brand, overshadowing his music and every other ambition he tried to push. Things boiled over when he and T nearly squared up in public, the viral showdown that had fans' jaws on the floor. King demanded respect, swearing that nobody could test him face to face. On Instagram, he even blasted out, "I'm a grown man now. If I'm a mistake, say that. But stop fronting for the world like you really mess with me when you don't." That post ripped the curtain wide open. King feels sidelined, unappreciated, and constantly under judgment from his own father. Meanwhile, T looks exhausted by the circus, flat out saying his son needs to grow up. Their bond is so fractured that fans openly debate if it can ever be fixed. Throw in King's past arrest, and suddenly it's crystal clear why T sees him as reckless and immature.
Hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmama, he's going to prison. If he got to keep this up, he's going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had the conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Cause I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out. You can.
May I take a selfie?
Nah, go ahead.
Please,
I'm in the middle of something, but go ahead. This is more important. Go ahead, come on.
Thank you.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. So I done already had that conversation with him, man. King's a good kid, chasing after the wrong. And you know, I trust in God to deal with it the way that he see fit. You know what I mean? It ain't really shit else. You know, he done got all the whippings, he done got the punny, he done did it. He done, did everything as a child you could do to him. So now he gonna have to go through it. He gonna have to go through it and get through it. And ain't nothing me and mama or nobody else gonna be able to say about it, man. But I'ma love him all the way through whatever it is he going through. You know what I mean? And shit, man, he gonna learn his lessons. Life gonna, you know what I mean? Life is gonna teach him all the lessons that he need to know. And that's the most that we can do. That's the best we can ask for. You know what I mean? I know who he is at his core. You know what I'm saying? This shit that he trying to convince himself of things, as we all do as young men and even young women growing up, try to convince ourselves that we are certain things. And in that journey, we find out exactly who the fuck we really is, you know what I'm saying? And it happens when we least expect it, and our lessons come from where we didn't know they were coming from. And it just ain't shit else to do. Ain't shit else to do, man. Time is gonna be his teacher. You know what I mean? So So, with that being said, I hope everybody have a peaceful, appreciate that, bro, a peaceful and productive day.
Forget peaceful days, this drama just leveled up. T's tough love tactics clearly aren't working, because the harder he pushes, the harder King snaps back. But now that a baby's in the picture, the stakes just went nuclear. Reports say King's baby mama is already flaunting her bump, glowing with pride while the internet is ripping them apart without mercy. Comment sections turned into a comedy roast. Some trolls wrote, "Why would you get pregnant by King Harris when dude can't even spell tomorrow?" Others joke the baby showing up looking exactly like King would be the ultimate punishment. Brutal? Yes. But underneath the jokes, the real worry is obvious. Nobody believes King's ready to raise a child. From T's side, the frustration bleeds through. Raising kids isn't cheap, especially when your son doesn't have a solid career or hit record to lean on. King's rap hustle hasn't broken through, and the cash flow isn't there. To T, it probably looks like he's about to raise not only his own son but also his son's child. And in his latest interview, he didn't sound proud, he sounded resigned, like he already knew he'd be carrying this weight. Fans caught that energy instantly, and the whispers only grew louder. What really turns this whole mess into a circus is that it's bigger than just a baby, it's about respect, family pride, and image. T built his career on commanding respect both in the streets and the industry. So now, watching his own son cosplay as a gangster while making reckless choices feels like watching his legacy get dragged through the mud. For King, this could be the one shot to flip the script. Fatherhood might finally force him to grow up, focus, and quit chasing clout. Or, it could be the next train wreck that pulls him and T deeper into public embarrassment. Nobody knows where it's headed. But one thing is clear, the world is watching every messy second of this saga. The shocking twist in all of this is just how far King is willing to force the street narrative. Even though his whole life has been dipped in silver from day one, it's normal for celeb kids to rebel against their parents' shadows. But King cranks it up to cartoon level. Instead of chilling in the comfort he was born into, he's desperate to prove toughness, arguing in public, spitting threats on Instagram Live, even catching arrest moves that make him look less like a boss and more like a confused kid cosplaying thug life. And the internet hasn't forgotten the most savage roast from T himself, reminding the world his son grew up in a gated community and kept a pacifier in his mouth way past the expiration date. That single clapback cut deep and went viral, cementing King's street persona as the biggest punchline in hip-hop family drama. Even T himself made it clear his own son's street persona is nothing but a punchline. And now comes the baby bombshell, smashing right into the bigger picture. Becoming a parent changes everything, but King hasn't even proven he can handle his own life without turning into a headline for the wrong reasons. Social media already believes T will be stuck doing most of the heavy lifting, money, guidance, even emotional support, basically playing dad and granddad at the same time. That's why T's interview comments didn't shock anyone. Fans heard him hint King wasn't built for fatherhood, and it wasn't just petty shade, it was a confession. He doesn't trust his son's maturity. It sounded less like disappointment and more like a warning, as if he knows he's about to carry responsibilities he never signed up for. And when King's baby mama's bump pics hit the internet, fans instantly pounced with memes, jokes, and throwbacks of King's lowest moments, his spelling fails, his tantrums, and those painfully awkward live streams. For the internet, it's free entertainment. But for the Harris family, this is heavy reality, and the spotlight won't fade. Every move King makes is under a microscope, and now with a baby in the mix, the criticism will only get louder. The wild part? Instead of proving people wrong with maturity, King keeps doubling down on the same antics, fueling the exact fire that's burning his own reputation. Instead of clapping back with maturity or proving haters wrong, King keeps doubling down on the very antics that make him a punchline. That stubborn streak might grab headlines, but it's the worst move when you're about to raise a child. And remember, T isn't just some random dad. He's a hip-hop mogul, known for being strict, sharp, and brutally outspoken. He's survived controversy, he's survived the streets, and he knows exactly what happens when you fake a gangster life you don't need. That's why King's reckless moves hit a nerve, because for T, it feels like history repeating itself. Except this time it isn't survival, it's pure choice. King doesn't have to dive into chaos, but he can't seem to help himself. It's like he's addicted to the drama. And now, with fatherhood crashing into the picture, the stakes are higher than ever. Here's the twist though, the same chaos people are mocking could be his ticket to redemption. If King takes fatherhood seriously, he could flip the script, silence his critics, and maybe even repair the cracks with his father. People love a comeback story, and he's standing at the edge of one. But if he keeps chasing clout and acting reckless, this baby might not just expose him, it could break whatever's left of his fragile relationship with T.I.T. The end of the day, King's fragile bond with his dad hangs in the balance. Either way, the cameras won't blink, and fans will be locked in, quick to roast every move. This saga proves how fame magnifies family drama. Plenty of young men clash with their fathers, plenty make dumb choices, plenty even become dads before they're ready. But when your last name is tied to a rap icon, every mistake is a headline and every argument turns into viral content. King Harris isn't just chasing respect at home, he's fighting against an internet that already stamped him a spoiled rich kid cosplaying as street royalty. Whether he admits it or not, this baby could either trap him deeper in that joke image or finally push him to grow into something more. So as the bump photos spread and the memes pile higher, the real question explodes. Will King Harris step up and shock the world or prove T right once again? For now, T looks fed up, the fans remain skeptical, and King hasn't shown much growth. But time always tells, and fatherhood forces growth faster than fame ever could. Ready or not, King is about to face real responsibility. One thing's guaranteed, this family soap opera isn't slowing down, and the spotlight's only getting hotter.